Good day, everyone. Welcome to Agility Academy Agile Leadership Learning Series. Every Tuesday, same time, we go live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and we talk various Agile leadership topics with experts. In today's session, we have got Roger. Hi, Roger. Good to have
Hi,
you here.
Sandip. Thank you.
So Roger has got several years of industry experience, particularly in the project program management space, and he has seen several waves coming and going, and he is one of those veterans. So he's going to share some stories about how, as a project manager, you can navigate or perhaps advance your career in the agile world. So today's topic is top 5 agile certification for project managers. If you just search on the internet, you can see huge list of certifications which are there in the industry when it comes to agile. But at the end of the day, you need to pick something which matter most and which is relevant based on your experience. By the way, if you are watching this live, please say hi by mentioning your location, your country in comment. Also, feel free to ask any questions related to this topic throughout this session. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, as well as LinkedIn page, and like this video so that you can watch recording and get notified for all our future sessions. So I'm very excited to dig in. So let's find out what are those 5 different agile certifications. Before we start, it always helps to understand why there is a need for anyone who is pursuing career in the project management space to be bothered about what's there in the industry and why agile is so popular. Where is the project manager role? So what we are going to do in this 30-minute session, we are going to start by understanding what is the project manager's focus areas in a traditional organization, what are the popular agile frameworks, and whether there is a project manager role when we talk about agile environment. Then we'll start exploring different agile leadership roles. So there's not just a single role, there are multiple roles which you might be interested to pursue or which you might want to accelerate in. So we'll explore those certain roles at a team level, such as Scrum Master, Product Owner. We'll find out what is their focus area, what kind of skill sets are required, and how, as a project manager, you can transition into those roles or probably wear that hat whenever you start leading agile transformation or agile project. After that, we are going to look at the larger scale. So we'll start finding out, okay, if you are going to support multiple agile teams, and it might be hybrid environment, it might be environment wherein different methodologies, different frameworks are used, how you can take a framework agnostic approach, but still apply agile lean mindset practices. So that's what we'll explore. Beyond that, we'll find out when it comes to applying agile at scale, when you're working in a big environment where 5 to 12 teams, 50 to 125 team members need to come together to build that big solution. What skills are required? What role is there for anyone who has started career as a project manager and want to transition or advance career as an agile delivery manager? So we will explore that in scale agile leadership and management section. And towards end, we are going to find out what will happen to those who aspire to become a portfolio manager or PMO leads, whether that role exists, and if that role exists, what are the expectations and which certification can help you to transition into that role. So leading value streams and portfolio through lean portfolio management program or certification is something which we are going to explore. And towards end, as usual, there is going to be surprise. So we are going to offer you something which you will cherish and you'll find out soon. So feel free to say hi, mention your name, location, and ask any question. And I'm really glad, Roger. I can see that we have got people from Dubai, from Europe, Poland, from India, from UK, from Nepal, joining across the world. And remember, if you subscribe to our channel and like this video, you can watch recording afterward as well. With this, I want Roger you to share some insights on what have you seen over several years while playing role of a project manager. What was your focus area, or what typical traditional project managers focus area?
Thanks, Sandip. Across multiple years, it's quite a number of years actually, and I've seen a lot of different trends come and go. And I've worked in teams, and I've worked as a project manager and project leads. And typically, a project manager is all about budget, deliverables, making sure the scope is delivered to the business stakeholders. And then it seems at the end of that come the people. So you manage the people in order to deliver those things, but the focus is on budget deliveries, stakeholders. And quite often I've seen budgets being hit sort of in a regular way, scope sort of being worked on and hitting milestones, business stakeholders happy until it all goes bad. And I've seen methodologies of multiple volumes, which are really hard to follow, guaranteed to deliver something. All of that experience has led me to appreciate the Agile world and how the focus has gone away from those budgets and scopes. The focus has gone to people. The focus has always also gone away from a traditional project manager. And we're going to see that when we look through some of the Agile courses that we're going to cover today.
Awesome. Just to add on top of what Roger has mentioned, you'll see that focus has shifted from managing to leading. And that's why in many agile organizations, you will hardly find any role in which there's word manager. Or in fact, even if there is a title as a manager, expectation is that you are not managing people as a resources, because at the end of the day, people are people. Those are not resources to be used. But you are actually leading a group of individuals, talented, people to deliver whatever outcome your customer or business is seeking. And how you can do that within given constraints, and that's an art which we are going to explore as a project manager, how you can hone.
So if we look at Scrum, which is a popular framework, it shows that there are a number of different roles involved in Scrum. And if we look at that, as Sandip has said, you won't find something called a project manager. You have a product owner who's responsible out of their team. And then you have a process, and it's a short iterative process. And that process means that you get a good chance for feedback. And the important thing is it's a self-adjusting cycle. And what it does is it encourages people to understand how they work and how to get the best out of their work framework, and how to improve that as time goes on to suit the conditions and the context.
Yeah, and I just want to add that Scrum is one of those most popular framework when it comes to applying Agile at a team level. In fact, as per latest State of Agile report, 85% of teams across world, whenever they decide to embark on Agile journey, they start with this Scrum as a framework. And that's the reason what we are going to explore in this session is we are going to focus on two most popular frameworks, Scrum, which is used at a team level, and then another one is called as a SAFe, Scale Agile Framework. So when it comes to applying Agile at a team of teams level, at a group level, at a program level, portfolio level, then you need to go beyond those three roles, which is Scrum Master, Product Owner, and Team Member, and find out how you can get that work collaborated across the board. So we are going to find out when it comes to project manager to transition into Agile leadership role, what roles that person can target or what skills that person can learn or embrace in order to succeed in the career. By the way, if you have joined recently, feel free to say hi in comment, mention your location, and ask any question related to project manager transition into Agile leadership role. We are going to explore 5 different certifications which will help you to stand out in the market in year 2023. So going back to popular framework, so SAFe, as I mentioned, is one of those framework which is used by many Fortune 500 companies across the world. There are millions of people who got certified, and many popular companies like Boeing, FedEx, you name any big company who has embarked on Agile transformation has used SAFe as a tool or as a framework to embrace business agility. So we are going to find out when it comes to Scale Agile framework, what are the different Agile leadership roles and how as a project manager, you can explore different opportunities which are present in Agile environment by learning different leadership skills. So if I want to give you a big picture and help you understand what kind of roles, leadership roles exist within organization when it comes to any project manager who want to transition into Agile leadership role, it starts with the team level leadership role. So Scrum Master or Agile team coach, where you are responsible to look after team. You are responsible to ensure that right processes are followed, right kind of support is provided. So you are servant leader for the team. Second leadership role is product owner, product manager. So Scrum Master, I will say, focus is inside team. Product owner focus is outside team, where you are trying to understand what is the right problem to solve in the right market at the right time for the right customer. So that's another area. So if you look at the traditional project manager role, where you are looking at both business stakeholder management, budget, scope, as well as people management, that role has been divided into two parts in Agile world. So you have got people process aspect taken care by Scrum Master, and then you have got a budget, scope, business stakeholder, customer engagement taken care by the product owner. That is at a team level. If once you go beyond one team and try to apply Agile at a multiple teams level, then there is a Agile delivery manager role. Sometimes in certain organizations that role might be called as a senior iteration manager, or senior Scrum Master, or senior Agile team leader. So we are going to find out what kind of mindset, skill set you require to play this role, where there might be need for someone to come and support teams in Agile transformational journey by leveraging multiple strategies. So we are going to explore that. Another role which is predominantly seen in the industry is release train engineer or scale Agile program manager. So in scale Agile, when you talk about delivering things across 5 to 12 teams, then you need someone who can run the show, who can help lead, guide the entire crew. So we'll find out which program will help you to gain those skills and transition into this role. And at last, but not least, you have got this Agile Lean Portfolio Manager role. It's similar to PMO lead, but with different mindset, different tools, practices which are supposed to be followed. So we'll find out how you can transition if you are already program manager or PMO lead or portfolio manager, and you want to transition your career. Then how this Lean Portfolio Manager certification can help you to gain right skills, tools, techniques to transition and lead a big chunk of work. So these are the different roles which are present in organization when you look at purely from the Agile delivery point of view, purely from the Agile leadership point of view, at a team of teams or release train, and then at a portfolio or value stream level.
So what
Roger?
we've seen is, yep, thanks, Sandip. What we've seen is a transition from talking about project management to leadership and to Agile leadership. And the focus is very different. It goes away from the technicalities of budgets, of milestones and deliverables, through to working with people to get the best out of them, whether you're the product owner, whether you're the Scrum Master, or whether you're a team member. Here we've got the Disciplined Agile Scrum Master. Now, Disciplined Agile is a certification program, if you like, that is supported with extra tools. So why would you do a Scrum Master's course? Well, some people say to get certified. Some people say they want to do it so that they can be better at their work. Now, both of those are really valid outcomes. What you want to do is to do the course in order to learn how to be better at the role that you're either doing or that you're looking to achieve in. And Disciplined Agile comes with a toolkit that gives you a great resource that shows a number of different scenarios, and we'll talk about this a bit further in a minute, but it is highly tailorable and has a good toolkit there to cover almost any scenario. And back in sort of my history, there was a lot of occasions where people said, this is the right way to do it, and everybody should be doing it this way. But everybody understands that every workplace, every situation is different. And what you need is an ability to have a toolkit that you can tailor to your particular context. And your context changes over time. So you want a toolkit that supports a great range of different scenarios. Disciplined Agile provides that. And as part of the Disciplined Agile Scrum Master course, it teaches you how to actually use that toolkit. Now, it doesn't just concentrate on one life cycle. So we saw the Agile Scrum-based project lifecycle earlier. But the Disciplined Agile toolkit looks across a number of different life cycles. So we can focus on a lean life cycle, which is Kanban based. We can look at continuous delivery through an Agile Scrum life cycle or framework. We can look at continuous delivery, but focused on lean techniques using a Kanban based structure. Some circumstances are not as clear cut as that, and you need to look at an exploratory format. And the toolkit can provide you tools to set up an experimentation-based life cycle. So starting on Lean Startup, you explore different experiments. Some work, some fail, but you learn from them. And there's the Disciplined Agile Scrum Master course will show you how to use the toolkit in each of these scenarios. And of course, if you've got multiple teams, and they may be working under different frameworks, you then have a program. And so you need to be able to understand how you might have a life cycle for a team of teams.
Yeah. So essentially, if you are starting your Agile journey and you haven't got any experience working with Agile lean teams, then I'll say that Discipline Agile Scrum Master is a right certification for you to pursue as a project manager. You can scan this QR code, download brochure, watch 2 to 5 minute introductory video on this particular program, in which you will be learning what is Agile from scratch, what is Agile, what is Lean, different life cycles. As a project manager or Agile team leader, what kind of tools, techniques you can apply when it comes to helping team to kick off from scratch, and what kind of expectations are there from the Agile delivery manager or Agile team leader or Scrum Master when it comes to helping team to deliver that increment of value to customer. So I'll say that if you are new to Agile teams, new to Agile, this is the perfect certification for you to pursue. The next one is Safe Product Owner Product Manager certification. So assuming that you have already got some experience working in Agile teams, and or probably as a project manager, you are curious to explore product owner, product managers type of roles, then I will recommend to do this Safe Product Owner Product Manager certification. Throughout my career, I started my career as an R&D engineer. After that, I got opportunity to act as a Scrum Master. That was a hat rather than a role. Then in one of the largest bank in Europe, I got opportunity to work as Agile Delivery Manager. And eventually was fortunate enough to play a role of an Agile coach. But throughout journey, there was some time wherein I have to start coaching, mentoring, and sometimes shadowing or acting as a product owner, product manager. So if you are someone who love to solve business problems, who love to solve customer problems, focus on more exploring business and market, then I'll recommend to do this Safe Product Owner Product Manager course, which will give you a lot of tools, techniques, insights into what need to be done. So you can't do upfront planning in a project management world. You do detailed planning upfront. That doesn't work. In Agile world, if you are a product owner, product manager, you need to have that customer centricity and then try to come up with a roadmap which can guide teams on what to do now, what need to be done in the next month and next quarter, so on and so forth. In this program, you will also learn about how to prioritize backlog, how to break big chunk of work into small chunks, and how to prioritize it in such a way that not everything is top priority. I'll tell you, as a product owner, product manager, you are going to act as an entrepreneur, business owner, and you need to ensure that you always get best bang for the buck. You always get top most priority thing picked up by your team. And for that, you need to have courage to say no. For that, you need to have some skills using which you can negotiate things and then help team understand what need to be focused for. So all those things are covered in this particular program. In addition to that, you will also understand how you can support continuous delivery. So team might produce something, but at the end of the day, you want to launch and give to the customer only when market condition is right. So if you are targeting something to be released before Christmas holidays or festive season, even if that product is ready in August, you don't want to release because no one is going to purchase those goodies. So you are going to understand what need to be done as a product owner, what are your day-to-day activities, roles and responsibilities, and how you can support team when it comes to estimation, prioritization, so on and so forth. So I'll say that if you are trying to explore product owner, product management side of things, then Scale Agile Safe Product Owner Product Manager course is your second topmost priority if you haven't started your journey. So you can scan this QR code, download brochure, as well as watch 5 minute quick overview video on our website, and then you can explore further how this can help you to gain more experience. Roger, now we have looked into team level agile roles, Scrum Master and Product Owner. Now, what happens if someone want to look at the senior role where you are a senior agile team leader and expectation is you are supporting multiple teams?
So once you've got experience as a Scrum Master, yeah, you might want to take on that extra challenge. And to be a senior Scrum Master or a delivery lead, an Agile delivery lead, there's a number of different titles that are used for the same type of roles. The Disciplined Agile Senior Scrum Master builds on that platform that the Disciplined Agile Scrum Master course delivers. And it goes more deeply into not only the different team context, but how you can work with multiple teams, and more detailed too into the context. If we look here, we have what we might call a spider web diagram, and each of the spokes on this talks about a different aspect of the circumstances around the team and their context, or the group of teams and their context. Each of these have got a different rating of complexity, and every team will have a different rating. Every group of teams will have a different rating on this spider web diagram. Now you can actually map out and determine sort of where your complexities lie, and you can then, with understanding through the Senior Scrum Master course, you can then determine the areas that you need to most focus on, the most complex areas, how to simplify them, how to make those areas more easily managed. So you need skills, and 5 of the essential skills to lead teams. The main one in my book is emotional intelligence. You need to be able to understand people. You need to be able to put yourself in other people's positions, understand that everybody's different and everybody has different drivers. And in order to encourage the best out of people, you need to not direct like an old-fashioned manager would do, but to facilitate, encourage, and motivate the best out of people by using emotional intelligence. People say that can't be learned. You either have it or you don't. You can learn it, and you can always tune things. There's always scope to grow. Conflict management is important, and conflict is not necessarily a bad thing, but it needs to be focused, and the outcomes need to be managed. So when you have conflict, it's important to acknowledge it and then to look at what the roots of that conflict are. And sometimes it's different people with different ideas, and sometimes it's different customs, different contexts. And especially in a world of global teams, we need to understand other people's cultures and contexts. And sometimes we get into conflict. Learning how to manage that conflict and have an outcome of that conflict with good outcomes is important. Most people think conflict is bad, and because the outcomes are bad. But if you can manage conflict, you can direct for good outcomes, more understanding, better collaboration. Collaboration across teams, really important that groups of people can work together well. And as a Scrum Master, that's what you facilitate. As a senior Scrum Master, you're looking to have multiple teams work together to have a collaborative outcome, multiple skill levels within teams and across teams. There's Agile planning and reporting. So learning how to do that out of the Senior Scrum Master course. What's important to report on? What's important to plan for? And it's vastly different to the old-fashioned project management. And then what do we measure? What's important to understand the metrics, the measurement that will help us, inform us about where we're at, how we're getting to where we're going. And overall governance, which means that there is a set of rules that we all agree to work towards and a framework that we work within. And by doing that, we can apply that governance, we can measure it with metrics, and we can report on it through our Agile planning and reporting, keeping the focus on our people and across our teams.
Yeah. So when it comes to Agile planning, reporting, metrics, and governance, remember as an Agile team leader, so senior Scrum Master might be titled in different organizations. It might be Agile Delivery Manager or Senior Agile Leader. You want to act as a servant leader. So metrics should be there to give insights rather than micromanage. Governance is there not to punish people, but governance is there to serve people. Find out which teams, which areas we are currently lacking, what leadership need to do, what senior stakeholder need to do to support team in the journey. So to quickly summarize, this senior Scrum Master course, or probably if I get chance, I might rename it as a Discipline Agile Senior Team Leader course, because you don't just look at the Scrum area, you look at the wider scope of things. It's suitable for those who already got some experience working at a team level as a Scrum Master, product owner, or even as an Agile project manager. But do you want to understand how to work in a complex environment where there are multiple teams? Different team might be using different frameworks. Some might be traditional, following traditional project management frameworks. Some might be following Scrum, Lean, Kanban, so on and so forth. But as a senior Agile leader, how you can still have that common governance, metrics, reporting, planning approach. This is something which is explored. Again, you can scan this QR code and then download brochure and watch quick 5-minute video. By the way, Roger, I'm pretty happy that we have almost got everyone across different time zones world cover. We have got people joining from US, UK, Poland, India, Nepal, Dubai, Australia. So if you're watching this, please say hi, mention your location, and ask any question related to Agile certification for project managers. So we'll continue our journey. As we progress further, we are going to find out what needs to happen if you are going to support 5 to 12 teams. So with the Discipline Agile Senior Scrum Master program, you are able to support 2 to 3 teams. Now, if it happens that you are working in a big program, as a senior project manager or senior program managers, many times you are looking at multi-million initiatives. Now, in the Agile world, you got team and then you got team of teams, or in SAFe, it is called as a release train. So leading scale Agile program help you to gain those skills to understand what need to be done when it comes to helping multiple teams to plan that big chunk of work and deliver it persistently, predictably, consistently by having that bottom-up planning approach, by empowering everyone on the board. So what happens here? Here you are going to explore different core competencies of business agility. So you'll find out what practices needs to be applied when it comes to collaborating work across 5 to 12 teams. What kind of metrics, what kind of events or meetings needs to be put in place if you want to drive that business outcome. So it is essential for those who have already got some experience working in 1 or 2 Agile team, but now they want to move into the senior Agile delivery manager role. If that's your aspiration, if this is where your focus lies, and in fact, if you aspire to work in a scale Agile environment or your organization is already following SAFe, then I'll highly recommend to this program. You can scan this QR code, download brochure, and watch a quick video. So you have explored team level leadership roles, Scrum Master, Product Owner. Then we have looked into Discipline Agile Senior Scrum Master role, which is nothing but how to handle 2 to 3 teams in a hybrid environment where not every team might be following Scrum, SAFe, or Lean. Then we have seen leading SAFe, leading scale Agile enterprise as or transformational journey as a senior Agile delivery leader. Now, in the Agile world, when it comes to applying or doing portfolio management, there are different practices which are required. So if you want to go till that level and explore in depth about portfolio program management by applying lean Agile mindset practices, tools, then this is the right fit for you. I will not recommend this to anyone who is new in the project management space or who hasn't got any experience working at least team level or program level or multiple team levels. This is targeted towards PMO leads, someone who is already working as a senior project manager or program manager, or perhaps if anyone is working as Agile consultant, Agile coach, and you want to start coaching at a portfolio level, this is the right fit. In this, you explore lean governance, strategy, and investment funding, as well as portfolio operations. So when it comes to, remember when we talk about project manager, you talk about budget, you talk about prioritizing work, ensuring that you have got right kind of resources, right kind of people and things available. So lean budget guardrails and portfolio capacity allocation, these different techniques which are covered in the lean portfolio management course help you to come up with some in-depth knowledge about how to govern teams, how to do budgeting in a agile enterprise. So this is where we are talking about not one team, not two teams, not five teams. We are talking of hundred of teams. Okay. So in a scale agile environment, you can have one portfolio. Within one portfolio, you can have multiple value stream. Within one value stream, you can have multiple release train, and within one release train, you can have multiple teams. So one release train, just to help you understand the magnitude of work. Here, as a portfolio manager, you might be looking at several $1 million budget, and you will be relying on your leadership group to have that budget properly allocated, and then whatever funding has been put in place, you are going to help measure whether you are delivering what you have promised. So practical tips or tools which are covered in this course are lean budget, how to do lean budgets, how to come up with the lean business cases, how to prioritize epics, how to do estimation, how to operate at a portfolio level and understand whether you are delivering whatever matters and you are on the track. Again, I'll say that if you come from a program manager or PMO background or senior project management background, I reckon this course is really good value add. Roger, anything else to add on this?
I think you're right that this is more for experienced people, but the course itself really shows you how to see the whole picture, how to manage the different groups, and I'd highly recommend it. And each of these courses are relevant depending on where you're at in your career. What is your next stage? And I'd encourage everybody to look at what's appropriate to them and seek more information. And I'd love to see you in one of the courses
Absolutely.
soon.
Absolutely. And one good thing I want to add is at Agility Academy, these courses are delivered by practitioners and seasoned professionals, not just full-time trainers. Like Roger, I'm also doing consulting, coaching. Roger is also doing project and delivery management. So whoever is going to teach these courses will be someone who is already practicing all those things. And you will have a lot of stories to hear. You will get a mentorship beyond this two-day training. And we have got a global community where people coming from different countries, different backgrounds are highly interactive. So you'll be part of this closed group. You can scan the QR code for this program as well to download brochure and then find out more. So just quick reminder, we have got this 30-minute session every Tuesday. If you like this session or if you intend to watch past recordings or get notified for future session, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook, like this video. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a surprise for you. So if you have made it till end, here is open offer for you. If you are new to Agile journey, or if you are a project manager, come from a project delivery program management background, and you want to have one-on-one conversation with one of Agility Academy experts, then you can scan this QR code, book 30-minute mentoring session in which one of our experts will help you guide and choose what is the right fit. I reckon, Roger, at a high level, we have covered 5 different top important certifications, Agile certifications for project managers. That should be good enough. But still, if you have got more questions, you can always reach out to us here. There are limited spots. And by the way, just to summarize, Scrum Master, Discipline Agile Scrum Master, say Product Owner, Product Manager, Discipline Agile Senior Scrum Master, or I'll say Discipline Agile Senior Agile Leader, Leading Safe or Scale Agile Expert, and then Lean Portfolio Manager. So these are the 5 certificates. You can explore all that information on our website, and you can WhatsApp us at +61451 81164, or you can just write us to team@agilityacademy.com.au. That's it for today. Thank you so much, Roger. Roger, any words before we wrap up today's session?
Just thank you to everybody who's attended in this session, and look forward to having more interactions with you. Thanks, Sandip.
Thank you. Have a good one. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.
Yes, bye.